Tim Garren, welcome to the podcast, man.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, dude, super stoked to have you here. And what is so great is Jordan, we're back.
We're back.
This is your first episode back.
It's with the new format here. This is super cool, and what a great job that you have done, man. This is awesome.
It's been a lot of work.
Blown away, man. Like, honestly, more than I expected. No offense, but like, this is this is legit, dude. You put in a lot of work to this thing.
Yeah, I wanted to. Well, because we've been doing this for so long now, right? I'm like, okay, we got to up our game here.
Yeah.
What do we need to do? So let's get better cameras, and I wanted to make sure when our guest is here, it's like an experience.
Yeah.
Right. It's something nice.
Right.
It looks professional. How can we do a podcast where we have one or two people on, where we can talk, but it's not like this weird shaped table where it's, we got it doesn't work for cameras.
Like you're in a therapist's office,
Yeah. So me and a guy at work built this one, dude. And
Yeah.
to find something like this was $6,000
Oh,
to buy.
100%.
Yeah. And then it was $320 in wood.
Perfect.
And just a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So we just made it at the firehouse and called it good. So it's, I'm still getting used to this thing. Like these two lights right here.
Yeah.
These are new. I got these this week because I needed more lighting coming from this direction for both.
Yeah.
Because there's some shadows being cast. Anyways, not to get too crazy into it, but
Right.
Dude, Tim, welcome on. We have been talking about this for a little bit.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is gonna be great. Jordan, don't be too nervous. We got this. We can do it, bro.
I'm not nervous.
He looks confident, man.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm just kind of taking it all in. It's just to see where, started downstairs on that plastic table to see where we're at now. It's been a process, and dude, the great job. This is the setup, the layout.
Yeah, seriously.
I went
lighting.
full talk show host and got mugs made, so when people drink out of them, you still see our logo. It's like product placement all the time.
He sent that to me the other day. He's like, dude, check these out.
You're giving me ideas too. I need some of this.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
Okay, so these mugs,
Yeah.
Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Amazon does so much
go
custom
figure.
stuff now.
Yeah.
That I just said, okay, I want to make custom mugs with a logo.
Yeah.
And
So
I
then
put it
you-
in Amazon. It popped up. It said, upload your image, put it on. And it was like, I don't know, $42 for 4.
Delivered in a day.
Yeah, it was 3 days, dude.
It's like the new Etsy.
money.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah, dude. That's
It
clutch.
worked out, dude. It worked out really well. Oh, Tim, you don't need to have that here. I'll take that paperwork and stuff. I'm sorry, dude. You can just shove that in the middle somewhere. Yeah, perfect. We'll leave it right there. Anyways, Tim, you've been a firefighter for quite some time.
Yeah, 8 years full time.
8 years. Did you do volunteer work before?
Yep. I reserved out in the desert too for another agency. I did that for a little bit. I was a intern firefighter for the county right after I got out of the fire academy, and then I worked on a box for 6 years. So overall, 15 years experience.
You're on a
Oh,
box for 6 years.
6 years, dude.
A meat wagon.
Yep.
Oh,
So
Yep.
you practice paramedicine,
I do.
something like that.
I still have paramedic in my title. Yeah.
Hey, there you
I get my stipend, dude.
Hey, I like
get
it.
my
I like it.
stipend.
bro, I hate to say this out loud, but I hate being a paramedic. I'm so over it, dude.
What do you mean, Tim?
So yeah, no.
You love helping people.
What's
dude.
your rank right now? Are you,
I'm an engineer.
Okay,
engineer
yeah,
paramedic.
same,
Yeah.
same.
Well, so I can still work as a paramedic.
yeah.
The funny part is I promoted because I didn't want to be a medic
Yeah.
anymore. And it's not like being a medic's bad.
No.
But I tell people like it's there's a time and place for it, and you need to don't stay in that rank too long, right? Maybe if
Yeah.
you love it, cool, but
Yeah.
like move on because
Yeah.
you kind of get burned out and you get that what do they call it? You guys
Burnout?
no, well, empathy,
Compassion
like
fatigue.
compassion fatigue.
Yeah.
It's a way better way of saying that.
Yeah.
Burnt out, salty.
Yeah, or it's like
Salty.
I remember my last few shifts as a firefighter medic, and it was a couple people had passed, and there was like major accidents and wounds. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I'm promoting.
Yeah, I don't even. Well, not
Just kidding.
that wasn't even that, but it was just like you get so used to seeing all the carnage and
Yeah.
like people die, you just get so numb to it. You don't even
Yeah.
care. It's like, all right, well, we're eating dinner. We just
Yeah.
saw somebody like
Sensitized.
hang themselves or whatever. You're like, dude, it's wild. So that's when I knew
Right.
it was time to move on. But yeah, engineer paramedic. What's your rank right now?
Engineer.
Oh
Yeah.
man, dude,
guys,
where's that freaking
is it?
sound machine doing? Let's go,
Let's
baby.
go, baby.
what?
I prefer chauffeur, but yeah. Thank you.
I didn't know we had sound overlays.
Dude, there's so many new things.
We have so much now. It's ridiculous. I can
Okay.
change my voice. I can sound like the devil on here. Bro.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's wild.
Okay, so but engineer, and it is the chauffeur of the
Yes.
fire service, and I don't know, that was my favorite position working.
Yeah.
So
It's been good. I've been doing it for 4 years, engineering 4 years.
Let me ask you this:
where I'm at.
when you're driving, do you feel like when you get? Well, actually, by the way, I married, kids.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're at home and you're not working, do you ever want to, like, when you're going to drive somewhere, are you like, hey, you mind driving? Or are you always jump right in?
I'm always driving, dude.
Okay.
I don't even think about it, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed that I felt like after a handful of years driving, where I was like, when I got home, I'd be
babe,
like,
can you drive?
yeah,
Can you
seriously.
drive
I'd
me?
be like, it's like, here, do you want to drive? I'm like, absolutely not.
I never even really thought about that, to be honest.
I just felt like all I did was drive.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, which was a good part. Like work wise, I really enjoyed that position. But as far as I felt like when I'd come home, I'd be like, oh man,
You know what
am
I
I
need a
driving
break.
actually?
You know
'Cause,
what
I'd
I've
like to
actually-
sit there and look around and lick the windows. You know.
So I haven't had that issue, but
They're always clean. Spotless.
is there sometimes coming home from work in the morning, like I'm so tired, right? Because we've had a long night, long day, doing things, right? I've come up to red lights and looked both ways and started proceeding through.
Yes.
Dude, without even
100%,
Yeah, and
dude.
I remember a person hit their brakes.
Yeah.
And I started getting mad. I'm like, what the? I'm thinking,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I'm in my personal vehicle.
I'm really bad at rolling stop signs too,
Yeah,
dude. Off duty.
Yeah.
I'll come down to about maybe 10, 15 miles an hour. No one there. Left, right. Boom. Going through it, dude.
Well, you get so, and especially if where you're working, if you're busy and you're running a lot of calls every day, you know, the driving, it's clockwork, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like another desensitized thing, whether a paramedic or driving, I guess, in this case. But yeah, you're used to it and you're moving, you're efficient and safe. But, you know, when it comes to you're in your private vehicle and you're like, oh, whatever.
Right.
You know, I actually got pulled over one time doing that. And the first thing out of my mouth was, I was like, I just got off a 72-hour shift. Yeah, and I've been driving for the last 3 days. You're right. I'm wrong. How do we want to do this?
Right.
And
Cool.
Was he CHP?
no, wasn't
Oh,
as
okay.
cool as I would have liked to have been, but I get it. I understand. You know, he was all right about it. Let's leave it at that. But yeah, the fatigue of driving all the time, you know, you kind of just get in the zone.
Yep.
Yeah, and I could see that leaking over. I do miss that though. As like I promoted a couple years ago, and
Good for you, man.
yeah, no,
Dude, he's
that's-
daddy. He's a daddy.
Good, dude. We all need them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude.
I'm more
Daddy
just
in the
like
station.
we'll call it group leader, you know, where everyone has a say.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I do miss that. Driving was the best.
I think it's the best position. I love it.
Hey, what do you want to do? You're like, I don't know. Just tell me where you want to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, they kind of just like ride the fence all day, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
And then
You're middle management.
You're there for the firemen.
Right.
And then, you know, the captains, you kind of help facilitate what they need throughout the day and the firefighters' needs. They vent up to you. Captains vent down. You know, you kind of just like duck what's coming down from the chiefs. Like, yeah, man, I'm just here.
I know, man. I had a captain years ago that I was driving for. Wasn't very well liked. And it was just funny because everyone would come to me with the problems that they had with him. I'm talking other stations in the battalion, BCs, even a DC at one point. It was it blew my mind. I'm like, you guys, I'm just an engineer. Like all I care about is my rig and where's my fire hydrant. That's it.
Right.
Where we going? Where's my water supply?
Yeah.
And dude, this guy was pissing everybody off, dude. And everyone would come, hey, they come to you, hey, Fish, why is your captain so effed up and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my. And there was one time like our BC came and he pulled up, hey, Fish, get your crew, go get coffee. I was like, oh, God.
Oh.
Dude, yeah.
Without the captain.
Well, he was, yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Gotcha.
sending private emails to city council people about how screwed up they were. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Don't do that.
Never goes over
Yeah,
well.
like you're not, what are you doing, bro?
Right. Probably
Like, we're
doesn't have
just
the best
firefighters.
judgment.
Yeah, nobody cares. Like, get on the rig, run your call, and that's it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the
Why
the
get
rest
more
of it.
involved?
Yeah, no, dude. Well, okay, so you've
the
been a
beauty of the
firefighter.
position.
Yeah, 100%. Just you gotta tell everyone.
I don't know. He's over here. Yeah. Hey, you got a problem? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll get you. I'll be right back. You're the gatekeeper of the information and
literally,
how you
dude.
want things to flow. It is actually, honestly, probably one of the most important positions of the fire service.
Yeah.
Especially being a good engineer, because then you know how to delegate.
Oh my gosh,
You can
yeah.
take the crap coming from up, make sure it's not too bad down, vice versa, going the other way.
Right.
It's a you know, finesse thing.
Yeah, totally.
A little bit,
Totally.
a little bit finesse. But dude, you so you've been in the fire service 8 years.
Yeah, full time in 8 years.
Okay.
Been around for 15 overall.
What
yeah,
got
it took
you,
me 7 years to get hired.
I mean, what got you into it?
Oh man, that's a long story. But
Give me the Cliff Notes.
Cliff Notes.
If you remember what Cliff Notes were. I've said
I
that
do,
one time.
yeah.
It didn't catch on with some people. I'm like, am I that old?
Yeah. Cliff Notes, Spark Notes. I used to pay people
there
in
you
high
go.
school to write my essays for me. So
Oh, my man.
Yeah.
Get it, nerds.
no, dude, before I got in the fire service, I was trying to become a professional guitar player.
Oh,
So
nice.
I played in a band, a
Heck
couple
yeah.
of bands all throughout high school. I was into metal and stuff, had long hair, all that. And so that was the goal, getting out of high school. I got accepted to Musicians Institute in Hollywood when I was 18. I was going to move down to Hollywood, study guitar.
Oh, dang.
The
You're
goal
going
was
for it.
oh yeah, man. Like there was no turning back, man. I had my mind made up, but a series of events like in my life that led me down a different path. One of them was when I was 18. I know you asked for the Spark Notes version, so I'm
Oh,
going
you're good,
to
you're
abbreviate it.
We
But
got about 40, 50 minutes. That's why I say like.
yeah, no. When I was 18, I was just about to graduate. My dad got diagnosed with cancer. This is May of 2009, which we're just in right in the middle of the recession in 2008. So, and he lost his job because they didn't want to give him the time off of work to have surgeries.
Are you
and all
serious?
that. Yeah. Yeah.
People suck.
Yeah, dude.
God, people suck.
Right, dude. It was, and I mean, looking back now, especially with my faith and stuff, like I see like God's hand in all of it,
Yeah.
But on top of that, so I couldn't go to Musicians Institute because of that stuff, like getting loans approved. It's like $70,000 to go and study guitar there for a year. On top of like trying to find a place to live in Hollywood,
That's another nightmare in itself.
super expensive, So, I also had a lot of bad habits, dude. I had a really bad drinking problem. 18, dude, I was drinking 12-pack of beer a day.
My guy.
I had a super bad substance abuse problem,
Okay.
right? So that all fell through, and in August of 2009, I basically overdosed on what I thought was cocaine, but was probably something else.
There's something in there mixed with at least
Something weird,
Fentanyl or something?
So yeah, or maybe that, or like some meth or something. I don't know what it was, dude, but something that it totally jacked me up. Thought I was having a full blown MI before I was even in the medical field, but I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna die that night, and I'm like, dude, I'm 18. I haven't accomplished anything in my life, and I'm about to die in a backyard at a party with a bunch of people I don't even like.
Yeah.
So that was a big wake up call, man. And that ultimately, that experience led me a couple months later going to church and getting saved in January of 2010.
That's rad.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is so rad, dude.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
I was like,
dude, yeah, that's a, well, it's a heavy moment, right? I mean,
Yeah.
but there's some people that will, and we see it in our jobs, right? Running these calls on people, and we have regulars that we continue to go on, and they don't see that that wake up call,
right.
right? We all kind of have that, at least a moment in our lives that's like that moment where, okay, we're going to keep continuing down a certain path, or we're going to change.
Yeah.
'Cause this isn't working, right?
Right.
I mean, that happened to me some years ago, right? And I gave my life back to the Lord, and it changed everything. So that's awesome, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a lot to go through
That's
at
a lot.
18, dude. That is a lot. Is your dad still with us?
No, he passed away 6 years ago.
Oh, was it from the cancer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did he go through chemo and all that?
He went through all of it, man. Chemo, radiation, immunotherapy, nothing ever. I mean, it prolonged his life for 11 years.
Oh, dang.
Right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, but he ultimately passed away on July 31st, 2020.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
11 years.
all good.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good, dude.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
thought it was going to be more like 2 or 3. You hear those stories, they got the cancer, and then like 2 years later, they're gone.
Yeah, I think by the time they had caught it, it was like maybe stage 3 and all that. And like prostate cancer, usually you can, have surgery, have the prostate removed, which removes the cancer if it hasn't metastasized. But my dad was a really big guy. He was like 400 pounds most of my life. So because of his weight, they couldn't remove his prostate. So
really?
yeah, so it just led to like
I didn't know
11 years of just like all these different treatments, trying to see what would work. And eventually by the end of it, dude, like it was like they're just throwing spaghetti at a wall to seeing what was going to stick.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, yeah, he ended up dying from it, but
Did he see you get hired, though?
he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He was there at my badge pinning.
That's rad.
That's
yeah,
cool.
which
That's
was
super
really
rad.
cool.
Did he pin it on you?
My mom did, but he was there. Yeah, he was right there. So
It's so rad.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's proud of that moment for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's cool.
Gosh,
absolutely.
Dude. Well, what I really want to get into as well is you have a company.
Yeah.
That is, I want to use the right words here. A leather making, leatherworking.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't
crafting,
think you're making
leatherworking.
like leather masks and just crazy.
Nothing weird. Oh, I will tell you.
Okay, I was just gonna say, I was like, well, the S&M market's
I'll tell you. Yeah, right.
pretty
I'll be
solid,
honest,
actually.
My DMs will be flooded. Dude, I guarantee.
Be rich, baby.
Everything comes at a cost. All right, let's just say that.
I was like, man, this took a dramatic turn. You're like, turned my life to Christ, started
Yeah.
making
Yeah.
BDSM
Well, I was,
masks, and
making
it was
whips.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking
But they're
about
quality.
God,
Quality,
dude.
buddy.
Yeah,
Quality.
top.
I was like,
notch.
I want to introduce your business of leather working, but I'm like, dude, how do I say this right?
Yeah.
Without people getting all weird, like, oh, does he make those masks?
No masks, no whips,
No.
no chains.
Okay, so what is the name?
It's like, well, those are. We're in the development phases, guys. Okay, chill.
We keep it PG around here.
What's the name of your company?
Old Town Leatherworks.
That's right, Old Town Leatherworks. Let's
brother.
go, baby.
Yeah, man.
And how long you been doing
right
that now?
7 years.
He's on Instagram, dude.
Yeah.
I was just gonna add him right now.
Yeah.
I started in 2019. That was when I got hired at my current agency.
Okay.
So that was just like something I started doing like in my time off. I was single, no kids at the time.
Yeah.
And
Oh, we remember those days.
You're finally making some big boy money, and I was like, man, dude, working 10 days a month. And I came from another agency working on an ambulance, like getting forced, working like 25 days a month. So I never knew what a day off looked like.
Yeah.
And here I am working 10 days a month, making more money than I ever had in my life. So I was like, I'll find something to do with my time off. And I just I would see guys with like, leather suspenders and radio straps. I'm like, I don't think I'd mess around with some leather, So that just led me to where I am now. I've only been like taking it kind of seriously for like 3 years, like actually running it as like an LLC.
Oh, okay. Dude, that's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the I know it's more of an old school thing and kind of like a tweener time, but a lot of, people in the fire service that have the careers in there, they have a lot of side businesses.
Yeah.
And that's also like one of the unique things to coming across working with different people and kind of, everyone's got either a craft or some version of a side hustle.
Right.
And but doing Leatherworks, I mean, I would say in the last, I don't know, would you say like 5 years, I've seen more people with like the radio harness straps and like different, like I even have, well, I don't have the bandolero, but I have like
I
the
got a
little,
bandolero, dude.
okay,
Radio purse.
I haven't gotten one yet. I was like, I'll be hitting you up here pretty soon, buddy.
Slide into the DMs, brother.
Absolutely. No, but it's cool. And then having the opportunity for the market to be with, people you work or other agencies, you kind of have like some networking capacity to where if you're trying to upscale the business side of it, you have a lot of potential. And then, I'm sure doing things like this and getting your name out there and whatnot, that's awesome. And it's like you get to see like the entrepreneurial side of a lot of other firefighters out there, which I'm always stoked on hearing how, what guys are doing, how they're doing, all that kind of stuff. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you
Thank
said,
you.
so 3 years now, been doing it. Have you had like uptick in business, or what's your like standard model as far as, is it just direct contact? You have a website? How do you do your business?
Yeah, I do have a website. I got to put some love into that thing right now, but most of it's just Instagram, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's most of it. I mean, that's like 98% of like how I run my business off of Instagram.
Social media, dude.
That's all it is, man.
Yeah.
That's all my orders come through. I've had a few orders on the website, but all of it's just DMing me on Instagram. Hey, I want this. Okay, cool, man. I'll shoot you over my order form, or maybe we can just talk more, because I do custom work. So I try to like get like real intricate and like kind of establish that relationship with my customer, and not just give them like some, belt fed, like
a
something off
template.
the line. You know what I mean?
It's actually handcrafted.
It's handcrafted.
Made, cut, everything,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
So
yeah. Hand tooled, hand dyed.
how much customization can somebody put into, let's say, like a bandolero radio strap or suspenders?
As much as they want, to be honest. I mean, it just depends on how much you want to pay. A lot of people want a lot of like really intricate custom work, but they don't realize what custom work costs.
Yeah.
Because it's time.
Yeah.
It's
Firemen
time,
are notoriously cheap.
Oh
dude.
yeah, dude. I give everybody a hard time, man. I'm like, you guys will go out there and spend $100,000 on a truck.
Yes.
But you don't want to drop $350 on suspenders that are going to last you a career.
Right. You'll go take your $100,000 boat and spend $1,000 a day in fuel, but you don't want to pay me for making custom suspenders. Like,
or you go take your side chick out, and then it costs you a freaking I don't know how many years in alimony to get a divorce, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah. Save the heartache. Just buy the strap, dude.
Buy once, cry once, brother.
Yeah. Don't cheat on your wife. Buy the suspenders.
Absolutely. That's my new business slogan.
I was just gonna say, do you have a bumper sticker
here.
yet? Because
give me a belt.
What did you say that one more time? Say it again.
Buy once, cry once.
Buy once, cry once.
Yep.
Dude,
like
that would actually be a good, something to write in on the strap.
We should do a social media campaign with the Old Town Leatherworks and just make a logo like that, dude.
Right.
Dude,
Put both our names on it. I'm so down. I'm in. Sell a shirt. We're like, hey, we'll give 20% to charity, dude.
Right.
Buy
That's
once,
so
cry
funny,
once. Don't be stupid.
So, okay, let's go over all the things that you do make. So, suspenders, radio straps, right? Or bandoleros. What do you call is it the belt strap?
Bunker belts.
Bunker belts?
Bunker belts. Do you like helmet
about-
shields?
I don't do shields. That it's like more like a niche thing to me. Like I think the guys that do that do it very well, and a lot of those guys that's all they do.
Oh, okay.
So that's something that I just haven't really put a lot of time into. So I kind of leave it up to those guys. These guys are good at it. Anytime I get hit up, I'm like, hey, hit up this person, hit up this person. They're really good at making them.
Oh, okay.
So you still were firm. You're not like, I don't want anyone else to get business. So
No,
I'm
not trying to take money out of anybody's pocket.
That's cool,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about like a trucker belt? You seen those?
Oh, like over the turnout coat?
I think so. Yeah, like isn't that what that is? The trucker's belt?
You're talking to a non-trucker.
Talking to you. Well, you got fellow engine guys here, bro.
Yeah,
dude,
I was
we're all
like,
engine
do the
kids,
IVs
baby.
go in there, or do you have a leather IV pouch?
Where's the tank to pump?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. I tell people the biggest stress of my day is I always tell myself when I get to work, chalks, take the pump.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, dude. Because when we had our final for our engineer test, I remember we were doing a practice, and I did great on everything. And then I failed our last pumping test because I didn't put my chocks down. He's like, you nailed everything, but it's a critical fail. You didn't put your chocks down. So all day when I was getting it was my turn and I got in the engine, it was time to do my testing. I was in my head, I was going chocks. And they give me the card with the pumping equation or what they want you to pump, right? And I just fucking tucked it in my shirt, dude. And I was like, I don't even care about that.
Right.
Chocks. I did my end cap, jumped out, threw those things down. I was like, I passed.
Right.
Pulled this thing out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah, this is
Dialed
irrelevant.
in, yeah. So I always tell people, I'm like, dude, the biggest thing I'll remember is just take the pump, dude.
Yeah.
Just take the pump.
Yeah, don't want to forget
Hit the
that
freaking
for
sucker
sure.
door. What's the leather?
I cannot remember the specific name for that belt. I'm sorry. I've been thinking about it ever.
There is one, right?
Yeah, it's called it's that holds your axe. It's like a
Scabbard.
Thank you.
Scabbard.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you make axe scabbards.
So I make a version of them. I don't make the actual scabbard that you can put an axe in. What I do is I make the trucker's belt that goes over the turnout coat, and then it has a big loop, so you can just drop it in.
Okay.
Because the scabbards, that's a whole. That's like knife sheath making almost, And just another thing that there's guys out there that are really good at it. I just don't care to put the time into it.
But can we be honest about is it totally necessary to have the individual pouch with the top that goes over? I mean, it almost is easier if it just holds there so you can grab it and go.
Right. Yeah. I mean, to me, it's easier, but I guess it's just a matter of preference, man.
Not to knock scabbard making companies or anything
not at
like
all,
that.
dude.
It's cool.
That was one of the first things I bought when I got hired full time because I was like, I'm a full time fireman. I need my own axe.
Let's go, dude.
Bro,
Was
you
that you? Oh,
You know how many times I've used that thing?
None times.
One time.
Okay, once.
One
All right,
time
you got one.
in 8 years.
Okay. I was gonna say honestly, dude. That was one thing I've never purchased as a firefighter as my own axe.
Yeah.
And it's because we've already hit the thing. I'm cheap, and or as a lot of firefighters can be, and we're supplied them. And I never was in a position. I was never really on a truck company for a time period where I was like, I'm gonna get my own.
Right.
It was just I got one there. I mean, if I got to use it,
We
I'll use
both also came from a different department than Orange County. We were, we got taken over.
Mm-hmm.
But in that small fire department, you kind of got made fun of if you brought in or bought your own personal stuff. It was weird.
Yeah.
That's what I remember at least.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
there
I
was
was
a
kinda like,
stigma
why-
with it where it was
Yeah.
like, don't get your own. We have it here.
Right,
What are you
like, what
doing?
are you
Trying to
too
stand
good?
out, kind
You
of
wanna be
thing.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how big of a fire dork I am, though, dude. I do have my own Halligan.
Hey, I'm down with it. Don't bother me, dude.
That at least makes more sense. It's
Well,
a useful tool.
It is. I've used a Halligan way more than I've used an axe on a fire, right? But I was at FDIC and they had like smoking deals on these council tools. Really, really nice Halligans. But I teach forcible entry for our tower.
Oh, cool.
So I wanted my own just to show the difference.
Is
You don't have to justify it, dude. It's cool. You got your. Did you name it? Yes, you did.
Barbara?
Mary Kate.
Hey!
All right, dude.
I think I would name mine Barbara, dude. Like, hey, go grab Barb real quick.
Yeah.
Go get Bapara.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, that red light's on in that camera. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so your Halligan, is it like the normal size for irons? Because I've
Yeah.
seen some that are smaller. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
They're
like
like-
24 inch.
Yeah, I
Mine's
think
30.
it's like half the size.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like the officer's tool. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's
Yeah.
So you have a normal size Halligan.
Yeah. Yeah. It's called a TD30, which is tuned and dressed.
Dude, you're a
I was gonna say it's
so cool.
average. It's average size Halligan.
Well, I mean,
you know?
for you, it's like a toothpick. You're a large dude, man. You're all tall.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, it's pretty big, dude.
You gotta work at the long end of the lever there, brother.
So I got a question.
Uh-huh.
So what made you interested in Leatherworks? Was it just like you grew up like the jackets or what?
You know,
I had
is
a
it like,
bad
what's
joke
your
set up for
why?
that one, but why?
I think about it often. Like there wasn't any like real like I'm gonna get into this because of this, but it was more like just like a hobby on my days off, man. You know, working 10 days a month and being single with no kids at the time. But I really think the love of it came from I used to work in a guitar shop in high school.
Guitar
And-
Center?
No, it
was
was
a private
for
one?
it was a little tiny guitar shop in the city of Hesperia, and my boss was a luthier, so he made guitars out of like blocks of wood,
Oh,
like literally from scratch.
That's
No.
actually rad.
It's super
a
cool.
gift, dude.
And it's a dying skill.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he went to violin school, learned how to make violins, and he would make his own guitars and repair guitars and teach guitar lessons all day. So I would get out of school, and I would walk across the street, and then I would go intern at the guitar shop until 5.
Wow.
And like just working with guitars, working with my hands, dude, I've always loved it, and I think that really translated into leather.
Yeah.
You know. So and now it's just like a nice like therapy almost.
Yeah.
To decompress from the job.
What I imagine
You
too,
know?
it's probably you're able to be creative,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where like
Yeah.
I thrive in creativity
Mhm.
just because that's how I am. Because I grew up in music
Yeah.
and playing music and getting paid to do it for a long time.
Mm.
But like our chosen profession, there really isn't creativity, right? It's just like the military. We're paramilitary, right? You
Yeah.
fall in line, you wear the same uniforms, everyone has the same workout
Right.
clothes, we follow the same SOPs,
Right.
all that, right? So there's no getting outside of the square,
Right.
right? Whereas when you start to build or create, like when I made this studio and the table and got all these things, right? I'm thinking, okay, I want to do something different. Let me think outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I can kind of do my own thing, and then I start to like one thing comes together, boom, I get excited and I start thinking of something else, and then that comes together,
Right.
and then this, then you start moving. Just the creativeness is where I
Yeah.
thrive, right? It's
Yeah.
just fun. So I could imagine that's kind of the same, right?
Yeah, I think guys like us definitely need that creative outlet, man, for sure. And that it's helped a lot too. It's become kind of a stress reliever. Now running it as a business, I mean, that can be definitely stressful too.
Bro,
But that comes with like setting boundaries in your business,
True.
especially with your customers, dude.
100%.
You know, when they want to hag you on price, they want to hag you on wait times. It's like, well, it is what it is. At the end of the day, like I don't need this because I have my fire job to fall back on, right?
100%.
It'd probably be a different story if it was just this,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But again, I always have to remind myself, like when it gets stressful and I have orders piling up and people are like, well, how long is it going to take? And it's like, well, why am I doing this again, right?
Right.
So I'm supposed to be enjoying this, right?
Yeah.
And I do. I really, really enjoy it. So
Well, it's the same kind of like with the podcast, because everyone's like, well, is this just a hobby? You guys making money? I'm like, why does everything have to be about money or a
Right.
hobby? Like, maybe it's because I like, one, to talk to people, but two, also the creativity behind it,
yeah,
right? Because when you actually do something that you enjoy and you put your creativity to work, your product starts to get better and better and better, right? You learn, like remember our first podcast? It's terrible.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
I mean, they were okay, but
They're fun.
yeah, they were super fun, but we also were drinking a lot on them.
yeah.
That's why he doesn't remember.
Yeah.
There's a
And we were
good
on
chance
my
it's true.
plastic table, but we learned as we went.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we kind of figured like, hey, we should probably stop drinking. Well, you know,
Right.
because we were getting pretty hammered on there and getting a little loose, but
We're getting mature, is how I'd like to put it.
yeah. And then we upgraded to like, I don't think I was married then yet, but we put it in one of the extra spare bedrooms. We had a nice wood table and we started doing our thing, and then we moved it up here, and it got better and better and more guests. And so it's like, you grow with it.
Yeah.
And you learn. And a lot of people I've talked to, they always want everything to be perfect before it starts. I'm like, no, that's
dude.
not how it works,
Nope.
dude. And if you're getting into anything, whether it's your own private business, okay, if you're trying to do leather work, podcasting, musician, you want to start a hair company, whatever it's going to be, you got to understand you are going to be at the bottom for a hot minute.
Yeah.
It does not happen overnight. And I always say it like this, if it does happen overnight, it's going to leave overnight. Fast money's bad money.
Yeah.
I want the organic growth over time.
Right.
You know?
I think the statistic for businesses to start turning a profit is like 7 years.
Bro.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You know, that's a lot. And same thing with like bands, like making it, you know, or getting a big record deal. The average is 10 years of grinding. You know, it's like you think you're going to go out there and get a little gig and just smash on your first night playing at some bar. Dude, you're going to fall on your face, man. And you have to do that.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're going to get
But
better,
that's
dude.
how you, right. It's that 10,000 hour rule, right?
Yep.
Right. Let's be real, right? If I were to come into a fire department and immediately like, I need to be the chief and I've never had any experience, that fire department is going to fail.
Yeah.
I'm going to fail. I'm going to burn it down to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a new musician comes in a band and they want to be the next hot thing. It's like, you haven't played in stadiums yet, let alone in front of bars or outdoor venues, and build your way up, which builds your confidence, which teaches you how to handle issues while you're playing. If a string breaks or there's an audio sound issue, you keep, learn to keep playing and go through, and you build those hours and hours and hours. So when that moment comes, and now it's like, hey, we want your band to play at, this football stadium. You're like, dude, we're ready.
Yeah.
We've done this a million times. We played in front of people. Whereas like if you do it right away, you'd be a mess.
Right.
It'd be so difficult.
Yeah.
Dude.
Without taking time to master that craft.
Yeah.
I remember Vince Neil from Motley Crue talking about like, dude, like I was 18 and someone handed me $1 million. He's like, I lost my mind. You know, like it's a miracle those guys are alive still, bro.
Dude. Yeah.
Motley Crue's wild.
Wild.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that because we were talking about this at work the other day, and I told someone it was about football players, right? They're 21, 22 years old, getting $40 million contracts.
Dude.
And I remember all of us were probably that way, right? I just want to be rich now.
Yep.
And I look at it now as a guy who's almost 40 and life experience, right, and all this, and I think, dude, if I would have hit it big at that age, I would have been done.
Oh,
I would have been a mess. I would have ruined my entire life, dude.
Bro.
Probably would have been dead if I'm being completely honest. There's a high probability of that.
Going back to my story about getting into music school in Hollywood, man, like God was all over that, bro, because like at 18 with my habits living in LA in Hollywood and just playing guitar all day and all night, I would have been dead within probably a year. Yeah. I would have been dead, dude.
It's wild. It's a wild lifestyle, dude. Unless you are grounded and you are confident in yourself and your morals. I mean, it's so. I know how I lived for a while. It's easy, dude. It's easy to get caught up real fast, dude. Well, everyone's fucking doing it. It's like, no, you got to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and your own morals. And like, I have done life without God, and I've done life with God. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's much better with God.
With God.
Much more peace, much more clarity, happiness. Even when something goes wrong, there's still peace and you somehow find happiness, and you realize like no matter what's going to happen, I'm going to be okay, even if it hurts.
Right.
Whereas without God, it's like, dude, there's no hope.
No.
There ain't not. I'm thinking, and I can see how people go down a very dark route and path and make permanent decisions to temporary problems.
Right.
So that's why I'm so big on like the firefighter mental health thing. I think I sent you the flyer for Night of Hope.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I hope you can go. That's like through our Firefighters for Christ chapter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, April 17th. So I'll be speaking.
Oh, right on, man.
It's gonna be dope. Yeah. I'm a little. Oh, Jordan, you've heard me speak.
I have.
Yeah, Jordan. Jordan's
Going
going.
the last 2, dude.
Right,
Yeah,
Jordan.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Is it on the 17th?
Yeah.
Do we have a time frame on that one yet?
Yeah. 7.
Okay, perfect. I'll be there.
30. 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll probably start at 7:30. We always tell people a little earlier, but
Is it going to be the same spot this year?
no, it's in Orange.
It's in Orange.
Orange.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you
it's
send
really
me
close
the
to your
flyer,
house.
dude?
I thought I did.
I thought. Okay. I probably will have it.
Mom and
Either
Dad
way,
are having an argument.
I'm
right
going to
now.
be here. No, there's no argument. I'll be there.
Just kidding. Yeah, I hope you can come. But
Yeah,
anyways,
no, that's cool.
that's why I say like it's cool to hear someone like you who's creative. You got your own business, leatherworking, but you're also been in the fire service. We got some time on.
Yeah.
And you're not afraid to talk about where you screwed up and your failures. And it's like, hey, I kind of did it my way for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm doing it the Lord's way, and I include Him in my life. And it's
Yeah.
like, dude, this is a lot better.
Right.
It's a lot. It's not. Doesn't mean it's easy.
No, not at all. Honestly, it's probably harder to do it with the Lord, right? Because like when I got saved, I was like, oh, like, yeah, it's just gonna be easy now. It's like,
Right.
no, man, like you got a wanted poster in hell with your face on it right now.
Ooh,
It's a good way. That's a great analogy,
you
by
hit
the way.
nail on the
Yeah, I
head.
was like-
That was really. I'm using that. I like
Yeah.
that, Tim. I like
Yeah.
that.
Dude. Yeah.
It's true.
So I mean, but like at the end of the day, walking with the Lord and everything, like you have that peace, like knowing that you're inside His will. You know what I mean? And it's coming back every single day, like one day at a time, like coming back. And sometimes I'm freaking terrible at it, right? But like getting in the Word,
Yeah.
being mindful, like praying, and really, really evaluating, like, okay, like, is this God's will for my life?
Yeah.
Compared to like, oh, I'm just going to go out and do this, and falling on your face, right? So,
Yeah, I found that I've spent I try my best, but almost every morning I start my day with prayer.
Yeah.
And I've learned, like, I kind of went through this book that actually teaches you, like the proper biblical way of praying. Not saying that any way you pray is bad, but it starts of like acknowledging how great God is,
mm-hmm,
right?
Yeah.
And then going into thanking Him for what you have.
mm-hmm,
Right. So you're acknowledging that He's great, which already sends that into your mind. Like if He's so great and He made everything, He's powerful, I'm good.
mm-hmm,
And then into thank you for taking care of me, for my home, for my job, protection, right? Thankfulness.
Yeah.
Then into Lord, guide my day, help me. Then you go into your request, right? It's like you're acknowledging Him first before anything.
I like that.
And that's what I
Yeah.
kind of learned. Not saying that, like, again, it's not that the way you pray is bad, but I really started digging into my faith and like, okay, what is prayer? Like how do some of these people in the Old Testament, the Bible, they prayed, and you kind of look at it and you break it down. It's like, dude, they always acknowledged how great He was first. It was
Right.
amazing, right? I'm
Right.
like, maybe I need to start doing that. But
That's good.
it's cool, dude. It's like it really sets my day on a positive note. Even when like the Bible even says it, like if you don't want to pray, force it.
Mm.
I remember reading that and I was kind of taken back, thinking, whoa, that's almost like pretty much a command. Like, even if you don't feel like it, force it.
Yeah.
Like you want to speak to your Creator because He wants to know every single part of you, the good, the bad,
Yeah.
the ugly, whatever you have. It's a relationship, right? It's not
Yeah.
religion. I am not big on religion, but
Mhm.
chat with Him. Tell Him exactly
Right.
how you feel. And my wife and I have gotten into that because she got saved around the same time I did. And dude, the way our life is now, and to see where we came from and the things that we have been through and how we used to be,
Mhm.
and even us being together is a miracle. And now to have my little daughter, and then my son's going to be here in a couple months. I mean,
Nice, dude.
people say, oh, God doesn't do miracles anymore. He doesn't like part the sea like in the Old Testament. I'm like, bro, I'm a walking miracle.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like,
No,
just like
100%,
stop
man.
it. Like,
Yeah.
He does do miracles every day. My daughter's here.
Right.
My marriage, or before we even got married, relationship should have been done, but we both changed and it healed and we got better. And now to have what we have, I'm like, dude, I'm
Right.
so thankful for
Yeah.
I love my daughter. I love being a dad.
Yep.
Now I'm about to have 2.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan's in the thick of it. He's got 3.
I got 3.
Oh, you got 3
Yeah,
too?
my man.
Oh my God. dude.
What do you got? What do you got going on?
6, 4, and 2. 2 boys, and our youngest is a girl.
6, 4, and 2. Okay, I got all boys.
Okay.
8, 4, and 1.
Oh, all right,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
They must be giants.
Bro, it
busy.
looks like WWE inside my living room, bro.
Yeah.
Every night.
I thought with the little girl it would have tempered the other 2. It doesn't. She's
No.
just right in there with them. She's wild herself, so which is there's a lot of good and interesting, I should put it, aspects as far as moving forward. But no, it's wild. But it's all, I mean, for as many crazy scenarios, there's just as many good. Like, like this is rad. Right. Also, kind of a self-checking thing, you know, where it's like, I'm like, oh man, I'm in charge of all of you guys, huh? Everyone's relying on me in this room right now. Like, this is a wild scenario. Lord, thank you.
I remember this comedian talking about like your first year as a dad. Your first year as a dad, and you're just holding your baby and going, "Please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die." I'm responsible for this thing.
I remember my dad told me, he's like, "Look, just keep her alive.
Yeah,
that's all you got to do."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wait, that's the only advice you have for me?" He's like, "Yeah, just keep her alive."
But how do I do that?
It is a. I mean, every day is a learning mechanism. Like, there's always something new, and everything that like when you start to plateau a little bit, or you feel like you're in the groove, something changes. It's constant, and it kind of goes back. And you know, like what you're talking about, like approaching the day with prayer. You know, I need to do a better job personally, and I should say I try, which isn't good enough, but still, you know, like whatever you have to do it. It generates that feeling of whether if you're looking for comfort, there's comfort. If you're looking for guidance, there, you know, it's not like all of a sudden everything is clear in front of you, but I feel like there is always that feeling of leaning on something, you know, and helping you get through the day for whatever that may be for that day.
Right.
You know, I mean, when you were talking about like, oh, the way you pray, I'm like, yeah, mine's with a Starbucks on the drive in to work in the morning.
Well,
you know what I mean? But it's like you catch the sunrise, you're like, man, today's going to be a good day. Thank you for everything. You know what I mean? Right. But just like, just being, trying to be, you know, present in that, I think is good and helps set the foundations. Cause look, the days are crazy. Whether I'm going to work and work's crazy, I go home, my personal life is crazy in that. And, albeit, you know, our kids are still young, so it is wild in that way. But, you know, just having that is super important, I think. So,
well, I think even like coming back to just like starting your day with prayer, like I think for as like first responders, that's really helpful because it brings us into routine. And like routine is like really helpful for our mental health, you know, especially like what we deal with, you know. So, but, you know, the Bible also says to pray without ceasing. And, you know, to me, that means being in like constant communication with God throughout the day. And so like I'm constantly like asking God questions and just like having little conversations and like, I mean, it's not like this like voice comes out of the sky and talks to me, you know what I mean? But like, I'm always like, all right, Lord, like, you know, like, what about this? What about that? You know, but like that routine, I think is definitely beneficial for our mental health, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
If you ever see me talking to the wall, it's probably because that's I end up saying a lot of things out loud that are in my head. I'm like, Lord, what am I supposed to do with this?
Hey, talking to yourself isn't bad because you talk about like having a coffee on the way to work, and there's sometimes I'm going to work and I am sipping my coffee. I'm like, dude, please get me through this day.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Like if
So
someone was
tired.
driving next to you and they look
God,
over, they'd be
dude.
like, dude, what's going on with that guy?
Dude, there's sometimes driving the engine at like 3 a.m. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to get there.
I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Slapping myself.
Hey, don't worry, no one else is awake either.
Dude, Tim, you bring up a good point because I brought this up last year at work at like a Chiefs meeting. I remember my captain like kicked me in the leg, but because there was a lot of forces going on in the captain and engineer rank, right?
Yeah.
So they said, hey, any questions at the Chiefs meeting? I'm like, yeah, I got a question. And then of course, my captain's looking at me like, don't do this right now. I'm like, no, I got a question. I'm like, hey, I got forced into a 120 by accident last year, which is crazy. Who would have thought, you know?
Aggressive.
Yeah, somebody messed that one up, right?
I don't know how that's supposed to happen, but
Yeah,
Right.
right. I was like, I don't know how I got into 120. But you know, within that, 4 or 5 days, whatever it is, I probably had a total of 8 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to know, because when we go on strike teams, I can only drive 8 hours.
Right.
And then we got to switch, bed down, or whatever we got to do.
Yeah.
But if we're in county, all rules are out the window,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll force you to keep you as long as we need.
Yeah.
And you better not crash that rig.
Oh God, no.
And I'm thinking, I'm operating a 40,000-pound piece of equipment with 3 other people, including my life and the people on the road. I'm just dog tired.
Yeah.
I mean, there's times where I'm driving, I feel nauseous. And you're just kind of like, oh,
it's like you're
dude.
hungover.
Yeah.
But without, yeah,
And you can
sober
barely
hungover.
see it. I'm thinking like, dude, this is so dangerous.
Yeah, I vividly remember driving one time, and it was like worked area that was very busy at night, and I was on for a couple days, and like, the crew was cool, you know, there's not a personal thing, but we had, I don't know, let's say it's the third wake up, like right before 4 a.m. I knew where I was going because it was like a routine spot that we'd go to.
The regulars.
And when I got in, everyone fell asleep in like the first 30 seconds of driving, you know, and it's 4 a.m. There's no one out. So you got the lights on, but you're not making a bunch of noise.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm just like panning, looking, going,
Yeah.
and I'm like shaking the rig, like doing a couple. I got the captain to hit his
Couple of
head
brake
off the
checks.
window. Yeah, I'm thinking,
Oops, sorry.
dude, I could end this for everyone
I
right
swear
now.
this thing passed cola this morning. Hold on.
Anyway, that's when I knew I needed to promote. But yeah, no, it's a rough go. And they'd have no answer because the truth is it's a gray area.
It is a
Because
huge
Cal
gray
OSHA
area. Oh,
on
yeah.
paper won't allow it, but we
Right.
all seem to do it. Just saying, you know.
I
No
hate
big
that.
deal.
No, yeah, I bring it up because I remember the chief's like, well, you know, it's part of blah blah blah. Just
That's
give
what
me
you
a-
signed up for? Is that what the
Yeah,
answer
it's like,
was?
well, you knew what you got yourself into. You
Or
know?
if you don't like it, promote.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite answer
Yeah.
from everybody.
Well, but here's the thing, right? In any of our departments, I would say any
Why fix the
department.
problem? Promote, dude, obviously.
Yeah. That'll make everything better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Well, most of these departments, right? The department's going to protect themselves. If you force
Yeah.
me into a 7296 and I am dog ass tired because I haven't had any sleep and I wreck that rig because I fell asleep and blew a light and killed somebody, they're not going to protect me.
No.
I'm going to jail, right? We're the one
Oh, yeah.
position that's held civilly liable.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think about this sometimes. I'm like, dog, and I ask, I'm like, okay, if I'm too tired to drive, can I just, if it's a force, can I call out sick?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then the chief started getting a little upset.
Yeah.
We stopped the conversation.
Yeah, they don't like being pressed very much, do they?
The book answer is no, you're not supposed to. But you got to do what you got to do. You know,
Dude, I had plenty of nights like where I work sleeping in the squad as a fireman.
Oh.
You know, I've done 38 calls in 24 hours. I've done 196 hours. I mean, like at some point, you know, like maybe call 7 after midnight, I'd just be like, okay, I'm sleeping in the driver's seat.
Oh,
yeah.
You know,
On the squad.
Mhm.
See, I remember we had this was years ago, a long time ago, actually. But I was working on a squad with somebody, got, you know, pummeled. And I remember we were driving back to the station after clearing a call, and I was driving, and I pulled up to the stop sign, you know, or a stoplight. It was red, and my partner was sleeping, and I dozed off. And like,
Yeah.
I was, but we were at a stop sign, you know, and it was just like, all of a sudden I look up, I'm like, oh, you
right?
know?
Yeah, like where am I?
And you're like, we're 2 blocks from the station, you
Right.
know, and you're just like, dude, what the, you know, and
Yep.
it just wasn't what it was, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're tired, go get up, there's coffee.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Okay, you guys ready for the next 24 hours?
It is, but
Yeah.
it's not unique. There's a lot of guys that experience that, you know, so it's fun to chat about it.
Makes
and
for cool
stuff,
stories,
but-
I guess.
well, hey, one thing I want to hit on with you, dude, too, before we kind of get going because we're out of time. But
Yeah.
you're in peer support.
Yeah,
How long have you been doing that?
I just started.
Oh, huge.
Yeah,
Nice.
because
Okay.
the care team is what we call it. I don't know if that's like a unanimous term.
I think ours is
Peer support.
peer support, right?
Yeah,
ours
it's
is
just the
straight
same
peer
thing.
support.
We call it care team where I work, but that is just getting going. So literally last week I just did my training for it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I and it's been kind of, you know, just because like the bureaucracy and departments and working with like city government and stuff like that, it's a little slow. But you know, we have guys that have been doing it and that have worked for other departments that are like really well trained and experienced in it that have come over to where I work now, and they've been putting on the training. So I've been able to be a part of 2 diffusings.
Okay.
Is that a unanimous?
Yeah.
term.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
like
a-
after a pretty bad call.
Yeah.
They do diffusing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we just did a CISD.
Okay.
Which is a little bit bigger than a diffusing, right? So I've been a part of 2 diffusings and a CISD. So it's been cool, man.
And you've only been on for 2 weeks?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, so
Yeah,
I've been on the team, like since last year.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
since
okay,
last
okay.
year, but like we just did the training for it officially last week
Gotcha.
to get everybody that was selected to be on the team on the same page.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So yeah, it's been really good, man. I think like reaching out and taking advantage of the EAP through the city I work for, and like seeking my own therapy to deal with like some of the stressful things that I've been through, like the things with my dad, you know, some of my past with like substance abuse and like addictive behavior, and just the PTSD through running calls for 15 years, has been like super beneficial, man. And so I started taking advantage of that about a year and a half ago.
Excellent.
So because of that, I wanted to like help people in my department, and be available to them. So
it's huge, man. There's nothing wrong with raising your hand and saying you need help.
There's
no shame in that. There's nothing wrong. I think that was one of the best things that I did for myself. And I think it was like 2022, I think, or so.
Yeah.
It was a pretty bad call with a child, and I was like, dude, I'm done.
Yeah.
We get somebody out here. I'm a mess right now. But then I went into some pretty intensive therapy after that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember our peer support team came out with chaplains, and they were talking to us. And once I started talking, the rest of the crew opened up.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like
usually
one person cracks that egg, right? Everyone's like, oh, finally, so now we can talk about it.
Yeah, because they see somebody else that's like, oh, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
And he's not afraid to talk about it.
Yeah. I'm really glad that, we did that. I did that. But, dude, the therapy I think is huge. I did a lot of EMDR.
Yep, same.
Brain spotting and all that. And it helped out a lot.
Yeah.
You don't realize you carry a lot of this stuff. We're not meant to see violent things day in and day out when you go to work, right? People go to war in the military, and they go for a certain amount of time. They come back and they get to defuse and do what they do to come back to normal.
Right,
bro. We're in it for like 30 years.
Yeah,
on top of not just our regular 10 shifts, but also the forces and the voluntary overtime guarantee. That's granted, but you can't unsee things that you've seen. Right? No, there's a famous quote from that Detroit engineer from that movie Burn. I wish
my mind would forget what my eyes have seen.
It's so true. I don't care how tough somebody thinks they are, like it's going to affect you. It's going to come out somewhere. It's going to come out in your family or wherever it may be. And I didn't want that anymore because I was indulging in things I never should have been. And so I needed to change, and I did. And that's when the Lord definitely came back into my life. So you being a part of that is huge, dude. I'm really stoked that you're doing that, because you're not just going to work or the guy who has the Old Town Leatherworks, but you're also giving back to your fellow crew and members, which is huge, right? Because really, excuse me, at the end of the day, we have to look out for each other. No one else is going to. And that sounds so calloused, right? But the reality is, and they don't want to sell you this when you're becoming a firefighter, right? They sell you this gold nugget, like best job in the world,
right?
Retirement, right? But they don't want to talk about the back end of it. Yeah.
10 days a month.
Yeah, they're lying to you.
Get out of here.
But they don't talk about the back end, and then the reality is of all of it too is you're just a number, dude. Like you're replaceable. All of us are replaceable. As soon as if I retire early, get killed on the job or off duty, or just decided to leave the fire service, they're gonna fill my spot so fast.
Probably within an hour.
I was just gonna say, if it happened on duty, it's probably within the 2 to 3 hour window of getting that unit back in operation.
Right. That's why I say, like, we have to take care of each other.
Yeah.
The department's going to check boxes and all. And this is not to say I hate my department or fire departments suck, but I'm just it's like, this is the reality of life. Yeah. We're all replaceable in any job that you're in.
Oh, 100%.
So you have to take care of each other.
Yeah.
You really do. So I love what you're doing. This is pretty much what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah. The peer support is, it's something that's, I would say in the last decade has made a big move forward in the fire service. And I'm, it sounds like we all kind of have a similar starting point of when we started in the industry, if you will. And, the taboo of like kind of the, just shut up and deal with it vibe is, and there are certain things that's maybe good for, but for the entirety of your career and having that approach is, it's not just the job, it's family life, it's personal things, it's whether, and that could be, relationship problems, addiction problems, it's multifaceted, and it's interesting because we all kind of, not everybody, but a lot of us, we joke about it. Our humor is kind of dark a little bit, or morbid, should you say. A little dark. But it's like, look, the truth of the scenario is that like you can run a call on whatever, fill in the blank, something sad, whatever that means to you, because we all have different points of view of that, but whatever that is, 5 minutes later from that call, you could be doing a PR event with a council member that voted no on your raise.
Right.
Or on whatever you're requesting, but you have to put that smile on because you're a professional. You got to know how to do it. And you just got done seeing one of the most messed up scenarios in your head.
Yeah.
And this is a reality for all of us, you know, and it's like, and then on top of that, okay, your kids, something's going on at school or your wife between you or your family or whatever. It's like, you got to have an outlet. And the fact that the fire service, you know, has got at least a good aspect, I would say, is promoting this peer support or care groups or whatever it is. And it's not like you don't need to hold hands and talk.
Right.
You know what I mean? But dude, talking to somebody or at least someone that will listen and kind of open up ventures. And like Tim said, you know, doing these, you know, critical stress debriefings after an incident, sometimes it does take just one guy.
Yeah.
As soon as you start talking, then you're like, you know, so it's awesome what you're doing, man. And that's really cool.
I would say too, I think that people that are like trained in peer support or like on a team or have experience like going to therapy even and maybe not part of a team, like I go back to that quote from Benjamin Franklin, like an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? So like if I have somebody like you or, you know, maybe you have experience or training or just me going to therapy and seeing what helped me and being in the station, you know, I think that would help guys a lot too, because it's like, well, this is what I went through. I went and sought help for it. And these are the tools that I was given in therapy to help me get over it. Right. Or help me to deal with it better, at least. Right. So, you know, having that experience, I always try to go back and think like, there's a reason why God called me to be on this call. Right.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I was called here for this person at this time. And like you said, you ran a call that was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. It was the same thing for me. Yeah. Like, running a call like right before my dad passed away, that was like the card that was dealt to me that like opened the door for all these other issues that I had never dealt with in my life, you know. And I believe that happened for a reason, man. Like God's hand was all over that, and there was a reason why I was there on that call. Yeah, you know. And ever since, and it's been uncomfortable to deal with. But it's been super helpful, man, because who knows where I would have been without dealing with that stuff, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, and that's kind of like the crazy part about all of this is that, like, whether, you know, whatever the belief structure is, that it's for a reason or for learning or whatever, but there always seems to be some sort of like, I don't know, like guidance backing, like where, at least for myself, like I always feel like I'm like, oh God, okay. All right. You showed me something today.
Right.
You know, and whether it was good or bad, you know, it was like, all right, well, maybe, you know, like even if something like you're praying about and it's not changing, but then it's like, okay, well, maybe it's not that I need to change. Like, I'm never going to find the exact answer, but maybe this is like a lesson learning on how to operate within it, you know, and becoming more comfortable in that, you know, and which is a struggle sometimes, but also it's like, I don't know. It just paves the pathway moving forward. And I think there's a lot to that. Absolutely. Yeah. And, you know, and look, being vocal, you know, talking to the guys, you know, and I know we just met, but you absolutely seem like that kind of person where you're pretty open and, you know, it's kind of like, hey, this is what I did, you know, and I think most of us in that industry, if you're not one of those types, you benefit from being around one of those types. Yeah. And it kind of opens the door for things that you can share with and stuff. So I think it's like a multifaceted approach, but that's awesome, dude. Yeah. So yeah, the one-stop shop, Tim, huh? I was like, firefighter extraordinaire, peer support, and it can make a badass leatherworkings.
I know.
What is it? Cry once, pay once, cry later. Oh no. Wait, that's your payment plan. That's your mask business. Pay once, cry later. Okay. We can't go from talking about God right into S&M, but I was like, that is kind of funny.
In other forms. Yeah. What kind of podcast is this?
Oh, sorry, I messed that one up, dude.
If anybody wanted to order some leatherworking stuff, is it strictly for fire, or you kind of do other things as well?
I do a couple other things too.
Because you actually show people the wallet.
Oh, I just made this last night.
Yeah, look like alligator skin, baby. Let's go.
This is alligator.
Oh, that's sick.
And on the inside, we got bridle, which is cow. Okay. But I make little passport style wallets like this. I make card holders. I make long wallets with zippers in them. I 2 years ago, I started making guitar straps, and that kind of took off too. So I've gotten to make some guitar straps for some pretty big name people. Morgan Wallen's band. Ella Langley's band. Larry Fleet's got a couple of them. His whole
No
band's
way.
got, yeah. So that was like a whole nother thing that like unintentionally kind of took off, which has taken me actually further in the music industry than guitar playing ever did. You know, so it's really cool being able to make like custom guitar straps for these artists that I love, and like going to meet them at their shows and hang out backstage, and
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so
That's rad, man.
yeah, I got
Cool.
a couple more on the dockets for this year, and we'll see where else it goes. So yeah, it's been a really fun experience.
Oh, dude, so they can, what's the best way for people to order from you? Is it just like you talked about earlier, is it just go to Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram, Old Town Leatherworks.
Old Town
Or
Leatherworks.
you can email me, oldtownleatherworks@gmail.com. And I just started my YouTube about 6 months ago, so I'm working on building on that platform. But
Your videos are cool, dude.
oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, like you've posted some stuff on Instagram. I'm like, I might need to take a class from this guy. This is really cool. You did one. I think you were making something with leather, and it was kind of focused on your hands and the leather.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Yeah.
thought that was very well
People love the behind the scenes stuff.
done. Yeah.
I try to focus on that. Yeah. So
Yeah, if you do any
Appreciate
videos that are, I need to follow you on YouTube now. But if you do anything of where you're actually showing the process of making,
Yeah.
I'm in. I will watch
That's-
that all day.
that's most of what it's like a vlog style. This is kind
Okay.
of my goal with the YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
So instead of like short little like vertical content like Instagram, I want like the long form of like just showing the process of everything.
You're
Oh,
like,
dude, that'd be
see,
dope."
it's not that easy, guys.
Yeah, see?
No, yeah.
This is why I charge this, because this is taking 8 hours.
100%.
Oh, jeez.
I want to before
That'd be a short
So
day.
we haven't done this in a long time. But
Yeah.
We used to ask these questions in our early seasons
Okay.
after. But I do want to ask you one thing. Do you have a favorite Bible verse?
Proverbs 3:5.
What you got?
Yeah, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understandings. All your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path.
I love it.
Yep, that's
love
one
it,
I've
dude.
always gone back to since I got saved.
Dude, mine
Always.
is Isaiah 43:2. When you go through deep waters, I will be with you.
That's great, man.
I have held that verse very close to my chest for many years now.
Yeah.
It's true. He's always come through.
Oh,
Never
always, man.
late. And he's never early.
Right.
Right on time.
Right on
bro.
time.
Yeah,
Feels
so-
late sometimes.
Oh, dog.
Feels late.
Yeah. I
but it's
have
always on time.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, I've raised my head to the sky, like, bro, where are you? And then it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the next day something happens. I'm like, oh, my bad, dude. Dang.
like,
I
you
got
know
it.
better than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that, dude. Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna answer these questions and we're gonna end this podcast real quick, okay?
Let's
Just
do
to
it.
have some fun here.
Okay.
Okay. All right, the first one. You will answer, then Jordan, and then me, okay?
Okay.
If your TV remote didn't work and you were sick and couldn't get up all day, what channel would you put on for the entire day?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe I'll just watch Cops all day, dude.
I could do that.
I would watch Cops
I could
all
watch
day.
Cops all day.
I like watching Cops, bro.
Do you hear that,
kinda
police
funny.
officers?
It is.
You see, because the
Couple of fire
officers,
dudes.
It's
you
not
can
because I
tell
want
they're
to be one of them.
no, but it's because they're like you could tell they're normal people like we are.
Yeah.
and they just gotta deal with these idiots.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. I love it. What about you, Jordan?
A channel I would watch all day.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do the. Honestly, though, I'd probably watch the NFL Network. I'm
Yeah.
just a
Oh, 100%. I can see
football
that.
nerd.
100%.
Like,
Mhm.
I'm like, ooh, what's so and so eating today for the preseason warm up?
I need to eat like that.
Yeah, basically either that or Cops. I guess that would be good.
Mine would be ID channel,
Oh, okay.
and I would watch Snapped.
What's
It's
ID
like a
channel?
crime channel, right?
It is a crime
Okay,
channel.
yeah.
It's so good. Snapped. The women listening to this are gonna get so bent out of shape. Okay, I love watching Snapped because it's like 90% women who've lost their mind on their boyfriends or husbands and kill them, and then they got to solve the murder.
Yeah.
And typically the guy's been sleeping around and cheating on.
Yeah,
them,
he's
whatever,
a
but-
dirtbag.
Yeah, but the women just lose it, dude.
Yeah.
Ah, you know, I'm like, dang.
No, just leave him. Don't,
Yeah, just
you don't
bounce.
kill him. Just
Yeah, just
leave.
Don't play with
Just-
fire, man.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one. What would your 12-hour crime spree be during the purge?
Oh man. During a purge.
During the purge, like
So
the
like
movie.
we're in survival mode.
Yeah,
here?
well, you have 12 hours
Oh,
to do
12
whatever
hours
you
to
want.
do whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
God, I don't know, man. I don't even know if I'd leave my house, to be honest.
Honestly,
I
I
don't want
wouldn't.
to talk to people.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
Especially in that environment.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't really
How's
have
it-
a
how's
big
it
thing in me. Probably
I-
because of my past. I don't really want to
I'm
commit a lot of crime.
going to be real.
Yeah, I
with
was
you.
like-
Can I tell you guys what I would do?
Yeah.
I would probably go to McDonald's and steal all their chicken nuggets.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
That's
and come back
respectable.
home and cook them.
Yeah, that's
That's what I would do.
it's a crime that doesn't really affect too many people.
No.
No one's gonna be
Yeah.
pissed.
I don't want to hurt anybody. I just
So,
want
like-
all the chicken nuggets,
Yeah.
man.
Right.
Do you think they pre-order chicken nuggets the night before the purge, where they're like,
They probably clean it out.
they're
knowing
like
people
your
might
name's
get
on the wall? They're like, Tim Fisher's gonna raid this place. So
Right.
Probably.
Have you seen this man? A hamburger.
Well, it's either
I love
that.
nuggets.
It's either that or I would go to Costco. I'd break into Costco because they got some pretty cool stuff I would want to take,
I was gonna say,
especially in
yeah.
the electronic section.
So my
I don't wanna hurt
12-hour
anybody. I don't wanna
crime
hurt
spree
anyone.
would it just be
Yeah.
theft? Like that would be my crime spree. Like for the purge, like I have no interest in killing anybody.
Yeah.
I would just want to like upgrades from my house. Yeah, I just order a flatbed truck just for that one night. Yeah, I'd have like all new furniture.
I'll be your
and-
bodyguard.
Or do you
That's
remember
cool.
like
We'll
Breaking
just-
Bad when he steals that ATM and he's like, it's FDIC secured. It's like a victimless crime.
Oh yeah.
Go steal an
That's
ATM, dude.
Dude, that's true.
Yeah.
I like it.
I guess bank robbery. Then I guess that would probably be if I'm really gonna cut to the chase. No violent.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Purge. That's a crazy movie.
All right, here's the last one before we end, boys. And this is definitely is our generation. So think deep on this, okay?
Oh boy.
All right.
What are the top 3 '90s Nickelodeon shows
Oh man.
that would hold up today in your opinion? What top 3? Just give me your top 1. How about this? Don't
I
even
got
do
it.
3.
I already know
What's
3.
one Nickelodeon show you guys would think would hold up today?
What was that one where it was like a jungle set? It was like an obstacle course, and it was
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yes, dude. I think that
Very
show
good.
would do great.
I loved watching that. I
Yeah.
loved watching that growing
Dude,
up.
Legends
earliest
of
memory,
the
man.
Hidden
Dude,
Temple.
we're going
Legends
deep
of
in
the
the
Hidden
archives.
Yeah, that was good. Dude, that show was legit.
Dude, good poll.
I was only
Yeah.
thinking
Good
animation
poll, Tim.
shows,
That was
dude. That
good.
was good.
What do you got?
What do you want? 3 or
No, just give me
10?
one.
I
Just
watched
give
a
me
lot
one.
of this.
Just give me one.
Let's
I got
see.
mine.
I think Doug would hold up.
Oh, Hunter.
animated- Yeah, I think that was good. I was like,
Skaters. Skate, skate.
yeah, I was like, honestly, I was thinking Double Dare. that was
Remember?
before.
Different meaning
That was before
nowadays.
the meaning changed.
Yeah, true.
Skeeter, yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't
Double
have done
Dare. I think Legends of the Hidden Temple would be a better revamp today than the Double Dare show.
Yeah.
But I used to really like Double Dare, and then what was the other? Rocco's Modern Life. That was one of my favorite
dude.
cartoons.
That was a very wild show.
It was.
It was very kind of, it was very eclectic. It was all over the. Remember when they went to hell?
Yeah, HE double
kinda
hockey
crass,
stick
dude.
land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I was allowed to watch that when I was
Yeah,
a
that
kid,
one
dude.
was a little different, dude.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid watching it, like, wait, what? What is going on here?
I used to wait. I'd have to watch it later, like when I would go to my grandparents' house because I wasn't allowed to watch that at home either.
Yeah.
And then I remember, that's funny that you brought
Yeah.
that episode
Oh, yeah.
up because I remember the hockey sticks, they were backwards L's.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
wrote, they're like, welcome to heck.
Yeah.
And it said hell, but it was spelled backwards. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, mom and dad are
Dude, that
pissed.
show was on the edge for a
Yeah.
cartoon, dude.
Yeah.
Big time. Okay, so the one I would do you guys remember Salute Your Shorts?
Oh, yeah,
I
dude.
don't remember that one.
Camp on
Yeah,
Awana, we hold you in our hearts.
And when we think about you,
It makes me wanna fart. Remember that?
I don't remember that.
get it
dude.
right or pay the price.
Yeah, dude.
I
I'm a
totally
I'm a little
remember
younger
that.
than you,
You don't
guys,
remember?
so I don't
You don't
maybe
remember?
it was
Okay, Salute Your
before.
Shorts.
It's like you guys are old as.
But okay,
heck
here's
there.
I'll give you another one.
Sound like
Do you-
boomers.
Do you remember?
Hey, you remember
Just
that
playing.
show?
We do.
Yeah, right.
What about Pete and Pete? Remember Pete and Pete?
Nope.
Do you
Are you
remember
afraid
Pete
of
and
the
Pete?
dark?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Are you
That
afraid
one,
of the
Pete
dark?
and Pete. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Are you afraid of the dark? Pete and Pete. Those are the ones. But that's the one I think.
I'm gonna have to look these up now.
I think all those shows honestly would hold up. Rugrats was a popular one.
Huge.
Yep.
That one was good.
Huge.
Nickelodeon actually crushed back in the day. Are they even popular? I know that's around still, but
No,
There's
because
a lot
all the
of controversy,
producers,
man.
all the producers were sleeping with the child
They're all
actors.
pedophiles.
oh,
Can you say that on the air? Can you say it?
yeah, you can. We don't.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't like them.
Yeah.
We don't like it, dude.
I mean, if the cartoons are real, they'd probably sleep with them too.
That's true.
Yeah,
That is
what it is,
true.
dude.
probably
Yeah, it
sick,
is, but-
twisted.
Anyways, dude, Tim, thank you so much for coming on our show.
Appreciate you guys.
Old
man.
Town Leatherworks.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Yeah,
please
check it
it
out.
out. Get your leather workings for work. Nothing.
I'm gonna
crazy.
hit you up here pretty soon. I did not know you did wallets too, because
Yeah.
I need to get me one.
Actually, do you think you could do alligator skin Converse?
Oh man. I mean,
What, like shoes?
it's always a possibility.
Yeah,
I don't know how
like,
to make shoes. I have to learn
Cover
how to
them.
make
No,
first.
get the shoes, and he can like I don't know if you'd sew it on top or just cut the piece off, the side piece, and
Yeah.
measure it and do the same. It'd probably be expensive, and I'd pay you. But
Alligator's expensive.
You know how dope would that be to show up to the fire station in alligator skin Converse, dude?
You'd be the coolest dude there.
Can you do
Oh
alligator
my-
skin work boots?
Probably.
I will be your first purchase or
okay,
ostrich.
so I wear Hey Dudes around the station. Like I
okay.
don't wear station boots like unless I'm going on a call
Yeah.
because it just hurts my back.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
But
terrible
like
for you.
I wear Hey Dudes, so what I'm thinking about doing is like custom, like I don't know, like some stations have different logos.
Mhm.
Like every one of our station has a different logo, like the theme of the station.
Yeah.
So maybe tooling in or like lasering in the station logo on top of your Hey Dudes and like sewing it on like a leather patch, So you have your
that'd be a good
custom
idea.
station shoe.
Dude, have you made any demos yet?
Not yet.
All right, well, let's get a couple of like ideas flowing, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, and honestly, because like kind of like the station slipper, if you
Yeah.
will, because it's like trying to keep all the bad stuff out of the station, so keeping your work boots out
Right,
is pretty
yeah.
common now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole niche, dude.
Oh yeah.
It was a
That's
whole
pretty
niche.
cool.
I think it'd be great.
That'd be dope.
Right on.
Well, thanks for coming on, Tim.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
I just want to show you the voice I can do.
That's a voice.
Bow to me, Jordan.
Wow.
I
Like
love you, Tim Garren.
Tim?
Old Town Leatherworks. This is Satan.
Am I in heck?
Yeah. Welcome to Heck. Oh my gosh, that's
Is that
disturbing,
cool, dude?
dude.
That is so
That is pretty
dope.
crazy,
That
though.
is very disturbing. Anyways,
the laugh was.
I know.
Anyway, say your prayers,
yeah.
kids. Life's nuts.
I need some peer support after
Yeah, I
that.
was like, but we
Yeah.
got Tim here. We can talk us through it.
I just wanted to show you guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, we do a let's go on 3. You ready to do it?
Let's do it.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's
go.
Bye, everybody.
Hey.